The summit is coming. The lights are on. Same old speeches, same fear reborn. One question hits like a stone through glass. Who protects peace? And who profits from war at last? NATO was meant to be a shield, not a hammer in hand. Meant to guard the people, not to scare every land. Meant to stand strong when the real threat came. Not call peace weakness, not turn questions into shame. Defense is a right, no one takes that away. When you protect your home, your heart leads the way. But damn, be careful, weapons can't become gods. Turning human life into numbers, contracts and costs. Arms, charts, budgets, percent of GDP. Stocks keep climbing while mothers can't sleep. Families fear tomorrow, children ask for calm. Or someone up high counts profit in their palm. Who gains from tension? Say it out loud. Not ordinary people, not the silent crowd. Small nations on our pieces on a chessboard game. We are not maps in the hands of someone else's aim. Shield, not a hammer. Peace is not weakness. Life is worth more than power and sickness. Shield, not a hammer. Truth breaks through the walls. Those who self-fear should be afraid to fall. Guitar scream. People start asking who profits from this dream. Shield, not a hammer. No more empty words. Defense should protect life, not feed the war machine's thirst. Europe must not be barracks for foreign plans. Not a warehouse of weapons in somebody's hands. We need our own strength, our own defense, our own way. Not panic on screens every night, every day. Own technology, skills, responsibility. Not war marketing, dress the best ability. A strong Europe doesn't scream like it's insane. It stands with dignity when the ground shakes again. Confident, not aggressive, ready, not obsessed. Prepared to defend but not addicted to unrest. That is not weakness, that is common sense. Stop throwing another generation over the fence. NATO and the Union need a mirror in the face. Not another press show with polished empty grace. Not values and speeches while behind closed doors. Life is priced in contracts, weapons, numbers and wars. Shield, not a hammer. Peace is not weakness. Life is worth more than power and sickness. Shield, not a hammer. Truth breaks through the walls. Those who self-fear should be afraid to fall. Bass hits hard, electric guitar scream. People start asking who profits from the scream. Shield, not a hammer. No more empty words. Defense should protect life, not feed the war machine's thirst. Real value is not printed paper, not a seat in Brussels, not a political favor, not in shares that rise from somebody's pain, not in speeches wearing fake heroic names. Real value is a person, a family, a homework, dignity, and not feeling alone. The chance to live without constant fear, without another dark cloud always drawing near. And if the union starts to crack one day, it won't be only enemies from far away. It will break from inside if it ignores its own. From pride, corruption, and a cold stone throne. The elites are scared when people raise their voice. When they stop being afraid to make their choice. Who needs the fear? Who needs the pressure? Who makes the profit while the people pay the measure? We don't want a weak Europe, chaos or a fall. We want defense for people, not a market for all. We want peace with backbone, strength without hysteria. A world where life is not sold through war criteria. Is worth more than power and sickness. Shield, not a hammer. Truth breaks through the wall. Those who self-fear should be afraid to fall. Bass hits hard, electric guitar scream. People start asking who profits from this dream. Shield, not a hammer. No more empty words. Defense should protect life, not feed the war machine's thirst. NATO was meant to be a shield, not a hammer. Europe should protect people, not feed fear. And those who build power on war are the ones most afraid of peace.